I like to hit people with sticks and rocks.
Yeah. Also in the game. Hi, I'm Sprites, and I'm addicted to Overwatch. How's it going, guys? My name is Sprites. I'm here joined with my good buddy, my good pal, my co-host, Mav3rick. How's it going, Mav3rick?
That's going great, man. I had a good week. We kind of starting. I'm seeing that final that light at the end of the tunnel.
Whoop, whoop.
Getting some school out of the way. I got 4.5.
Yeah.
Well, no.
The only time where you're encouraged to go to the light.
I was gonna say. I mean, I think I'm close to the end enough to say 4 weeks now. So
Man.
almost there.
Yeah.
We'll get some gaming back in. We're gonna
start crawling.
Yeah, well, and I'll tell you guys now, we are going to try to evolve this a little bit.
Yeah.
Some stuff opens up, school, some time opens up. I would encourage all of you to follow us on Twitter. We did finally get us a Twitter account. It is at DragonsW Gaming.
Yeah. Help us fly high on Twitter.
Yeah.
Tweet.
We thought we would jump on the since I like my Elon Musk internet much. We would support him on Twitter also.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, come follow us on Twitter. I try to post as much as I can, and we try to keep the news coming at you, even if we can't do a podcast. But we would eventually like to evolve this into a video thing, and hopefully all that pans out. So.
Yeah, then you guys can see our wonderful, beautiful faces.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Might actually have to comb my hair.
Yeah. Get out the sweatpants.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll do the Zoom business professional.
Yeah. tie suit and tie at the top. Just nothing but your boxers.
I might up it to some basketball shorts or something because it's starting to get warm here.
Yep.
Well, except for this week, we kind of had a bit of a cold spell.
Listen, I'm guilty of that particular Zoom attire once or twice before. When COVID first hit, we had to take it to online schooling. And so I sat with probably 10 other pastors, all in a chat together, learning from the Word of God. And I had suit, tie, straight up basketball shorts down below my waist. They couldn't see it, until I got up one time. I got up to go get a bottle of water, forgot that happened, walked back, and and my teacher at the time was also the president of the school, old country dude. He's like, now his name's Brother Crane. He's like, now Brother Isaac, I can't help but notice that you got the rest of your britches blew off. I was like, the AC works pretty good in here.
Well, that's what I did for my speech classes, and this is prior to COVID. So we had to film, we had to post our stuff on YouTube, and so we would film. He always wanted a little bit above waist and up, so he could see our. He wanted us to use hand gestures and hand motions, and
I want to be creep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's how I would go into my kids' room. I'd stand up against the closet doors because it was white and it was pretty good, decent background. And I would have the camera set up, and I would have my laptop behind it, and I would have a PowerPoint slide. So I would have most of my speech, like my cue cards for my speech. So I would every once in a while you'd see me stick my hand in my pocket, click my slide button so I could read the next slide. But dress nice, basketball shorts.
Yeah, that's right. So hope you guys are prepared for that.
Yeah, if you're preparing for college, just go comfy.
Yeah. Comfy's the way to go. It doesn't make you any smarter if you wear slacks or if you wear shorts.
No.
No, it does make you look a little bit more presentable. I encourage.
Yeah, I mean,
don't wear that attire if you're trying to get a job.
Especially if you're doing the job interview over Zoom, which I hear they are doing some of that now.
That's very strange.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I like to get to know my people up front. And
imagine how many people are applying filters to themselves. So they're like, oh, this, this worker looks, good looking people. So let's hire them. Then you show up and you look like a stick of butter.
Like the Snapchat filter.
They're like, I can't even notice that you have a lot of oil on your face.
See, I would go with the Imperial Star Destroyer or the Death Star background, so I could at least say, well, I've ventured.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
/ tyrant.
I'm rolling with Elon.
Yeah, with Darth Juan.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But anyways,
so what you been playing? What you been doing?
Well, as the intro kind of suggests, I really am. I need to listen. I was playing with a few of our esports guys the other day. We got to comparing EXP, right? Well, I got to comparing EXP with them. I asked them, I was like, what's your EXP? And a couple of them were like, what is that? I was like, you guys need to go. You guys need to stay in school. Stay in school.
Yeah.
But they were like, what is EXP? And I was like, okay, well, this I'm talking about for your battle pass. And they're like, oh, okay. I was like, so what level are you guys? And how much have you accumulated? And the average was probably about 400, 500,000.
Yeah.
Man, I'm chilling at 1,400,000.
Okay,
I got about 1 million more than a lot of them, and so I've been losing a lot of sleep.
Yeah, you're way above me. I didn't make it quite that far.
I need to probably quit. Yeah, I've almost maxed out. Because you can get all the way up to 200 in the battle pass, and so in the battle, and that I think the title is like Legendary Beast or something like that. I'm like 2 titles away from that, something of that nature. So.
Wow.
Which I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to be able to get it. I got 3 days, and I don't think I'm going to be able to accumulate that many.
Well, I'm almost. I will say I probably will put in because I think this is double XP weekend.
Yes. Yeah.
So I
think it might be triple. I think it might be triple. Yeah.
Well, maybe I need to get in because I'm about 5 levels from hitting 70 and getting that free Sigma skin. So I need to. I don't ever play with
that
Sigma.
Sigma skin's sick. It's cool. It's cool.
I don't ever play it. I don't ever play Sigma, but
anyway. I mean, free skin. Just from hopping on and playing. So.
I can tell you, I have not played. I played a little bit of Overwatch with the esports guys, but beyond that, I haven't played a whole. I did. You know what? I did hit up the Splatfest last weekend. We
Splat.
We got to talking about it. The esports kids and I were talking about it. I actually did a poll in our esports Discord, and it seemed like the popularity, and it's probably just because I voted for Team Bigfoot, and everybody kind of followed suit. That Team Bigfoot, we got last place. That was pretty sad.
Because he's so evasive.
Well, yeah, I guess. I used to work with one. Yeah. I mean, I knew he came into work, but he was. I never
had hair on his feet.
Well, I just never. People in the district would say that they saw him, but we never could figure out where he was. Oh yeah.
Too busy.
Yeah,
snoozing.
Well, or somewhere he was doing something. So, anyways, it looked like Team Alien was going to come out and win for a while, and then Team Nessie won.
Let's go. Listen, I don't play the game, and I would be Team Nessie. For sure.
Well, I've got to
Nessie.
I've got to start putting. Well, I've got to start putting in a little bit more time into Splatoon. Which, if I can ever talk you into it, we have to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. Like I said, it's just that has got me wrapped up right now, and I got to get out of its.
Because we got some Final Fantasy grinding to do too.
Yeah. I mean, I bought the game just because it was on sale, and all my buddies are playing it, and I'm playing Overwatch. And they're like, we're about to run this high level dungeon. I was like, sir, I'm level 20. I got a stick for a weapon. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, I mean, unless y'all can carry me through, like, I mean, I will.
They're like, well, we just need a healer. I was like, I will heal you 100 points of HP. I was like, you got like 10,000 HP.
They'd be carrying you on their back anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm package size. I'm fun size in that game.
Fun size.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
For for all ages, really.
For all ages. All right, so, but no, I mean, beyond school, there's really not been a whole lot. But I will say that there is a couple things coming out that I am gonna. One of them, I hope my wife's not listening to this. I may have to. This may be the one that breaks the New Year's resolution.
Oof. Really?
Yeah, there's a collection coming out that may break the New Year's resolution, because that would be my 7th. Although I would be done with.
Let me take a guess. Okay. What do you? I get a couple hints. Okay. Okay. So what console is it on?
PlayStation and Switch.
PlayStation and Switch.
And it's already on mobile, which I held off buying because I didn't want to buy it on mobile. I think it's on Steam, maybe. Even
it's on
also.
Mobile.
Yeah, it's on mobile.
Okay. A collection?
Mm-hmm.
A collection on mobile?
Yep.
That just broke my brain, dude. I'm like,
that's why
I was thinking like two or three. Okay.
And the collection on mobile has actually been out for over a year. I mean, it may have even been like a year and a half. It's been on mobile.
I'm falling deeper in this hole. What collection on mobile as well as Switch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll give you another hint. It probably ranks. I don't know how high it ranks up there with one of your buddies, but it probably is. It's within that realm.
Is it a Final Fantasy game?
Oh yeah.
Final Fantasy 6 or what? Final.
It's the Pixel Collection.
The Pixel Collection.
Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy 1 through 6.
Whoa.
So it's 6 games.
How much is it? How much is it going for?
75.
75 for all those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's got a bunch of, so it took so long on console because they had to redo a lot of the textures and the text and stuff to make it readable on, because they had the mobile version out.
Yeah.
But it's but you can up the speed. I mean, they added a bunch of little features. You can do no encounters. You can do a whole bunch of stuff to it, like kind of like when they re-released Final Fantasy VII for Switch and PlayStation. They added a bunch of things like that, where I mean, you can even I know Final Fantasy VII, you could even max your character out from the very beginning, and just play through it and enjoy the story and stuff like that. But
okay, that's Final Fantasy Pixel Collection, huh?
Yes, I'm excited, and it comes out.
That's pretty sick.
In 2 weeks.
Oh,
it comes out on the
19th. Was it like a shadow drop? Was it something that not a lot of people knew about?
Well,
or did they even release it until just now?
Well, they had made an announcement. I guess it's been a few months ago, and there was a thing on where you could pre-order the physical copy from Play Asia or something like that. And okay. I actually had looked at pre-ordering it because I would love the physical copy of it.
Yeah.
But I've never ordered anything from Play Asia, and I don't want. I mean, I know the Switch is region free and all this and whatnot, but I really want the physical copy. And if they don't release it in America to where somewhere I can actually purchase it, I'll probably just buy it digitally.
Well, so would it come with? Does it have like a language setting on it, where like it would be in English even if you order?
Oh no, it would. Yeah, it would be in English.
Oh, would it?
Yeah. It was because you've got all the language settings and stuff.
Like actually in game.
Yeah, coming from PlayAsia, it was going to be in English. But
yeah,
I'm excited, man. I'm.
That is a good one.
I can relive some childhood there because I mean, the first one, I think the first Final Fantasy I ever played was 3, and it was amazing. I mean, it ranks up there with like Legend of Zelda for me.
Okay.
So,
Play
well, and I'll tell you this before we get too much into all that. So, you know, we've always talked about you guys reaching out and if you ever need prayer or have a question about the podcast or anything like that, there is a Q&A section in our on our it's no longer Anchor for Spotify. It's I think they swapped it to Podcasters, so it's Podcasters for Spotify, and they have a Q&A section in there, and we just have it default like, what did you think about the episode? But you're more than welcome to ask any kind of questions.
Yeah.
So I was scrolling through it before we recorded this, and I noticed that we had somebody ask about recommending a game for Switch. And so I kind of want to get your take on what you think a good game for Switch is.
A good game for Switch is.
Yeah.
Well, first off, you can never go wrong with some of the new Pokemon games, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's if that's the type of person that you are, right?
Yeah.
I know not everybody is particularly, inclined to want to catch, a bunch of mons.
Well, and I think with Pokemon, I think there's a bit of confusion with that because, you have all these kids that watch cartoons and they think, oh, this is, something like trying to think of something that my kids have watched, like Zoids. They watch Zoids. They picked up the video game. It's a fighting game, so I mean, that's something easy for kids to pick up. But I mean, when you talk about Pokemon gaming, most like hardcore Pokemon gamers, they probably watch the cartoon or the anime, whatever you want to call it, for some nostalgia. But beyond that, I mean, it is.
They don't. Well, because I think there's, for a few reasons. But first off, you get, you get the fact that the Pokemon anime is not really like correct in a lot of instances.
Right.
Like,
I think it confuses a lot of
it's
people.
not. I mean, they're not cohesive, right? I mean, you got some mons that know more than 4 moves. You got mons that are evolving in different mid battle, which I was actually thinking about this the other day. I think it would be a cool feature to add, right? Instead of like, for those who play Pokemon, if you level up to the point where that's the evolution level, right? Like, I'll give you an example. For Alligator, right? One of my favorite Pokemon. You evolve Crocodile to Feraligatr at level 30, right? So if you hit level 30 with your Crocodile, I believe that there should be the ability to be able to just level up evolve mid-fight. Right? I think that would be neat. I don't think it would really change too much. Maybe if you're the stat boost is going to help tremendously. And so even maybe like with challenge runners and stuff, they can exploit that, which I think would be a cool exploitation of the game. But I think just thematically, it because why is it that you're going to have to wait to fight this thing and beat this thing for your mon to evolve?
Right.
When like midway through the, like the other day I was watching, there was an episode playing, and all these Ivysaurs evolved or were evolving into Venusaurs from just chilling on a rooftop, feeling the wind.
Yeah. Right.
And they're like, I'm like, what EXP do you get from that, right? And so the thematics a little weird.
Throwing out massive XP. Yeah.
So it's just like, it's not as, and I understand there's the ability to paint that world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say Pokemon, maybe even, obviously Zelda, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Any of the Zelda games, or especially Breath of the Wild. I think that's just it's just a fun game, man. It's just you can get so much value out of that game,
right?
And so I would say maybe one of the Zelda games. If you want, there's a lot of great like JRPGs.
Oh man, on there. There's a ton of them.
You can even look at maybe some of the JRPG games.
Well, that Sea of Stars is fixing to come out. You can download the demo for free right now, and it is. It was actually more difficult than I thought it was going to be, but just for the demo. But man, I mean, I like it. And if you're a big fan of like tactics games and stuff, Octopath Traveler is really good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tons.
So there's triangle strategy.
Triangle strategy. We have. I know for a fact we have one listener that that loves that game. He loves. Really? Yeah, loves triangle.
Say I played the strategy. I played the demo. I know. I like to sit down with a game like Fire Emblem or something like Triangle Strategy or Final Fantasy Tactics. Now, Final Fantasy Tactics is not probably one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, just for the fact that I like
Final
the more
Fantasy for what it is,
traditional Final Fantasy.
Yeah, so I'm sure you're probably not a big fan of what is it? Final Fantasy? Was it 11? Was it Lightning Returns or something like that, or 12? Which one was it? The one with the female lead protag that her name's Lightning.
Yeah, I think that was
that one was a different one. That one was a different style of Final Fantasy, right? Because it was real time.
I was gonna say I think I had that one on the Xbox, the 360 maybe.
Yeah, either Xbox 360 or the early Xbox One. But I know with that one it was real time. So
really,
yeah.
Oh,
I'm fairly certain. Like I think there was kind of like, it was kind of like the new Dragon Quest game, right? The newest one was it Dragon Quest 14 or something like that.
Well, I mean, I know there was
that one's a Dragon Quest 11 as well.
I was gonna say I know there was a Dragon Quest game that I just played for Switch. I think it was 11.
Yeah, that's the newest one.
Now I loved that.
It's kind of like that game style. It was a little different. In the combats, but it was similar to that. But
and I'll tell you that Dragon Quest game's a really good game.
Oh,
I sunk probably 80
I
plus hours into
the way that Dragon Quest games are animated. I love the creatures. I love the world. I love the characters, which they're all very
fantasy anime type.
Yeah, which they're all very similar to Dragon Ball Z characters. Cause,
right.
I mean, I'm fairly certain they have some sort of ties with the two.
Well, I mean, if not that, maybe some of the animators.
But that's what I was thinking. But so I'd say that, and then of course you can never go wrong with your classic like Mario games, or maybe even there's the new Kirby games. Yeah. That's out. So,
depending on your
if you're a little bit more of a lighthearted gamer, that definitely could be something that you're. Well, I say that, but
I've almost finished the Kirby game because that's like my if I'm playing Overwatch or if I'm playing Splatoon or if I'm playing something like that, something competitive, I'll roll back to Kirby because that's like my zen, my chill game.
Exactly. Like you're not looking to do and you can even get maybe something some other chill game as well.
I think the new one's got that Merry Magoland or whatever, and it's got just a little bunch of little fun mini games that you can play with the kids and stuff. I sat in that the other day. I was just like, okay, well, how many achievements for this game? For like this mini game, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get all these. Yeah. So I got all those. I moved on to the next one. I got all those.
When you hop off of Elden Ring, you're like, okay, let me be a pink floaty blimp.
Oh yeah.
Very quick.
I don't know if one of our esports kids listens to us on a daily basis, but I can tell you I'm not very far in Elden Ring.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're done 100%ing that, then you can go to Kirby.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Play a real game. But no, that would be my take on it. So
I would say, I mean, and my list is I kind of agree with Sprites there. I really like anything JRPG. I mean, I've found some indie games, some anything JRPG on the Switch is amazing. Just look for that category. I mean, I know the eShop is horrible to try to go through, but watch for the sales.
Not very great.
because I know right now they're having a huge eShop sale. Probably, I think a lot of it has to do with Mario movie coming out. But I will say that if this kind of goes back to like my excitement for Deca Police fixing to come out.
Deca Police.
So Level 5, who does Deca Police, also did the Ni no Kuni games, and so Ni no Kuni was they got some of the Studio Ghibli animators, so all of like Hayao Miyazaki's like Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro and
Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So those games are animated like that, and but not just that, but they're really good stories. And I will say, as much as I loved playing both of them, the first one looks amazing on Switch. I mean, it's an older game. It looks great.
Yep.
Now, the second one on Switch is a little rough around the edges. So, yeah, I don't know if I would recommend buying it on Switch, or you could probably get it a lot cheaper on PlayStation. But Ni no Kuni 2, wonderful game. Just if you buy it on Switch, it's not going to look as well as the first one did. But it plays fun. I mean, there were some frame rate drops. Maybe they've updated it since I played it. I got it when it first came out. And, again, I played the whole thing on Switch, loved it. It was fine. But I'm going to say my top pick is one that, a lot of people probably have not played just because Platinum Games released it. If you have played it, wonderful game. If you haven't, you need to pick it up. It is licensed by Nintendo, so it's still, it never really ever goes on sale. It's about $60. But Astral Chain, it's an action-adventure game. Like I said, it was developed by Platinum, published by Nintendo. So it kind of takes place in like a futuristic world, and there's these interdimensional creatures known as Chimera. You play the role of you're a Neuron Special Police Task Force. So these chimeras, you attach them to this astral chain thing on your arm. I mean, it kind of looks like something out of Power Rangers or something. But
something to like send them to back. Or
yes, what? And so the first one you start with is this dual blade wielding chimera. And so one of the chain attacks you can do is you send him out there and to fight, but not just that. So like your right stick controls your chimera, your left stick controls your character. So you can move them, so you can position your character in a specific position, but you can also use your chimera to wrap the astral chain around a group of enemies, and it does like this massive chain attack. I mean, the game is Platinum did. I mean, it's fast-paced. It's got a little bit of exploration. There's some puzzle solving in it because there's parts where you get to do a little bit of police work. Now, it's nothing like, like Police Simulator or anything like that. But
you're not actually like
right. But I have to follow somebody. But there's tons of stuff to do in it. It's not open world. There's a few open little areas, but they're not massive or anything. Yeah. But the story is great. Had a good ending, and you do get to pick between two characters. So you're a twin, so you either get to pick, you can either go the male or the female role or whatever. And the opening, I mean, just look up Astral Chain YouTube opening and check it out. And if you're an anime fan or a Platinum's game fan, you'll love it. It's probably one of my favorite games on Switch.
Man, well, I gotta check it out then.
Well, and if that's not your cup of tea, you're looking for something a little more chill, more mellow. Luigi's Mansion is probably
Luigi's Mansion.
It's one of the best looking games on Switch.
I'm sorry, I'm not bashing Luigi. Listen, because if he got a mansion, he got more. He got more stacks than I do.
Look, I'm saying, man, the game just looked so great.
The level of difference just
from Astral Chain to
you're this interdimensional cop that's defeating all of these world-ending creatures.
Oh yeah,
and it's like. Or you can be Luigi.
You can be Luigi.
Luigi chilling in his mansion.
Let's see. There's Luigi's Mansion, and then there's
That's awesome.
Well,
if that does not define what Switch is as a whole,
absolutely,
it really does. Which I guess every console you could probably say that to some degree. But
you go from the realm of like the Wii, where everything was motion controlled, everything was family friendly, everything was meant to be for like the family to get together and play, to something like the Switch, where your catalog might have Luigi's Mansion and Doom Eternal sitting next to it. But beyond that, if you're in the super competitive type split, I need some Splatoon players, so hit me up on Twitter, or we're kind of working on our Discord channel. Once we get everything kind of boosted, we're gonna try to make it public and try to create a community for everybody to just enjoy being a part of this, what we're kind of building here. And
absolutely, eventually we'll be able to get the hope is eventually we'll be able to get a following that we'll be able to even start possibly even gaming with you guys for a bit. If you guys got if you got a certain preference on a game or whatnot, and you're like, hey, would you be down? And if we got it, we got the time, we got it. We'd love to get back to you guys. If
Elon Musk will hold true to this upload that I'm getting, this upload speed I'm getting, I could live stream some Mario Kart. I'll pop that code in, and we'll play some Mario Kart.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, but man, to move on to the
meat and potatoes,
the meat and potatoes of this. Kind of want to talk about Tears of the Kingdom. I know we're about a week or so behind on talking about this, but I just kind of wanted to go over some of that presentation that they had, and some of the new abilities we saw. Beyond the abilities, there wasn't a whole lot of we saw a little bit of the world, and I don't know how this is going to tie into the original, to the story. I don't know if this is going to. I had heard kind of some stuff about Tears of the Kingdom being a prequel to Breath of the Wild.
A prequel?
Yeah.
Really?
So there's some rumors out there that it could possibly be like a prequel, and this could be before the calamity actually happens.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, and so I don't know how that would explain. I don't know. I feel like it's not a prequel. I kind of feel like it's a sequel. Maybe they're rebuilding the world and something happened. I don't know. I don't want to chase that rabbit, because I almost didn't watch this presentation because I kind of felt like
you didn't want to spoil anything.
I don't want to spoil too much, but new abilities. I mean, rewind. So we saw that clip with the rock floating back up in the sky,
which is sick.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. Now I am curious to see, because everybody's going to try to twist and bend the rules as much as they can to see what they can use this rewind for.
Yeah.
So I mean, if an enemy's coming at me and going to hit me, can I rewind that enemy and throw him back to where, and then dodge his move?
I remember watching
some bullet time Matrix stuff,
some TikToks and shorts on it before, of just people given a tree like a 20-piece combo out of nowhere, and the tree is in stasis for a little while, and then they hop on the tree, and then they unlock the stasis, and the tree launches them across the map. I was like, who in their right mind is like, you know what, I'm gonna piece this tree up right quick. This tree's been dogging on me for too long. They're like, hit it with stasis, hit it a bunch of times, unlock stasis, and they're flying like they're Goku in the little pillar thing. I was like, what is happening?
Well, I don't know, man. This rewind thing kind of seems, I don't know. If that's the only way to get to the Sky Islands, that's really all you use rewind for. Okay. So,
I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, somebody will figure out something.
100%.
And guys, and that's another thing. We talked about the streaming stuff, and if my internet does hold up for this, I do want to. There probably will be a lot of streaming, and I've got to work on some account creations and stuff. But with Tears of the Kingdom, we're probably going to do a lot of live streaming. At least I know I'm going to try, and
that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, just learning all the new stuff with everybody. I feel like that's going to be.
Oh yeah, it'd be awesome.
It's going to be. I as of right now, I think it's going to be game of the year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's just it looks great. It looks, in my opinion, it looks even bigger than Breath of the Wild, like open world wise.
Oh yeah,
like because now you're working on a different plane, right? Like before you were working. I mean, there was some verticality to the game, but like there was still the level of you have to get back to the ground.
Well, and now there's even like I don't know, and I don't know how big this. I mean, I know you can go into caves, and that kind of goes into one of our other the Ascend.
There'd be the wall hack.
Yeah, like go into a cave and like swim up through the rocks and come out the top.
That's just quality of life right there.
Hey, look, look, anything to keep me from running a stamina bar all the way down and getting
over there tracking up slowly so you don't fall to your death.
Well, I mean, and that was the thing. I mean, you get like you think, okay, I can make that climb, and you get up there. And you're on the ledge,
you get to the
and he gives out.
Yeah, and you don't snap that ledge. Like, oh, man. Yeah. Awful.
Yeah, that happened a few times. I think I was actually trying to get one of the dragon teeth, so I was trying to get something from one of the dragons, and I tried to climb this steep hill, and that was an epic fail. I was trying to boost some of my equipment's, because you can upgrade your equipment, and I was trying to get some of that dragon stuff. The lightning one hit me and knocked me off the bridge and killed my horse.
Not the horse.
Well, and the sad thing
was, name your horse?
Well, it was Epona, the one I got from my amiibo. Yeah. And so, like, I scanned the amiibo again, and I couldn't get Epona back. So I had to go to the horse guy and get Epona resurrected. So I would get her back. Yeah, it was sad. Yeah. So I thought she was gone forever, but luckily they've got that horse reviver.
Yes,
they got the horse healer.
Hey, what's your job occupation? I revive horses.
Yeah.
What? Come to me.
Equine.
What else can you like just take care of them while they're alive? No, but if they're dead. Come to me and I'll heal your horse. You're a very strange individual.
Well, I think he did look pretty weird too. I don't remember exactly what he looked like. I hate that bell.
Yeah. I hate that bell.
So let's see.
You get your wall hacks. Good quality of life.
I mean, I'm excited about the Ascend stuff.
Yep. Big thumbs up.
Big thumbs up. I mean, and I think that plays kind of into the helping load the environment too, because I know he was in the video he was swimming up through those rocks it took a while.
Yeah.
So that's part of the loading, I'm assuming. But the thing I'm excited about was this fuse, this new fuse.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
You take a stick and a rock. And you got this big rock mallet, rock stick you can hit these moblins with. I'm down with that. I like to hit people with sticks and rocks.
Yeah. Also in the game.
Well, I mean, yeah. We're going to be going Old Testament here.
Just the silence. It's like, yep. Oh yeah! Also in the game itself.
In the game. Oh,
listen,
man.
They try me. You know what I'm saying?
Normally, I'll tell y'all guys this. Normally, we record this on we usually do this on like a Friday afternoon when, we just got off work. We just finished out the day. We're both for the most part tired, and because we both got little kids and they have fully exhausted us along with all the kids we helped take care of during the day. And so by the end of it, it's like, but today we decided to do a morning show. I have had a cup of coffee. I'm like double shotted up on caffeine. I am, and I mean,
good to go.
We got an extra day off this week, so
yeah, it's throwing me off. I'm thinking it's Saturday all day, dude.
No, I woke up.
And then Megan's like, "Hey, you can, they're like, she's like, you still have tomorrow," because I was like, I got to do this. She's like, look, you got a whole nother day, and I was like, you right.
That's awesome.
You right, because I'm not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll say, so my wife and I stayed up late last night. We were watching 24 years this movie's been out. 24 years. And I finally talk her into watching it with me. I mean, I've asked her before. I'm like, don't push the subject because it's, sci-fi action, which I mean, for the most part she does like. But we watched The Matrix together for the first time last night. Now, I've seen it probably 100 times, but she loved it.
Yeah.
So she's like, I think we should watch the second one tonight. And I'm like, yes. I love watching some Matrix.
Matrix is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Keanu.
Back to this fuse thing. So the eyeball and the arrow, that was creepy.
It was
but I'm down like that.
It's cool.
I wish I could do that in Overwatch so my shots were better.
Oh yeah, for real.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I need aim assist.
You ever heard that song "Jesus Take the Wheel"?
Oh yeah.
Carry On Wood. I say that often. I sing that song in my head all the time, but a different variant. I'm like, Jesus, take the mouse, direct it at their heads, because I can't do this on my own.
And see,
I'm not the goat. and we just got copyright strike.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Carrie coming down with the vengeance.
Well, here, let's go ahead and get another one then, because usually in my head, especially like when I'm a little upset about something, or something sometimes doesn't go quite the way I would expect it to.
Yeah.
Monster by Skillet.
Yeah.
I feel it clawing in the inside, trying to come out. Yeah. So.
Secret side of me, I never let them see. Yeah, that's a good. I used to jam into that all the time. Skillet, man. I still rock that.
And my kids like run around the house singing "Psycho" in my head.
Yeah.
That's. And I'm like, do you know what he's talking about?
Hey, when they listen, all the Skillet fans out there, if we have any, listen, and if not,
go listen to Skillet. Go support John Cooper,
yeah.
and he's got a podcast too. Go support his podcast.
Did I tell you
Cooper stuff?
Did I tell you? Listen, we're getting a little off topic from Fuse, but
and John Cooper, if you'd like to be on the podcast, we would love to have you. We'll come to
I've got to meet John Cooper. He's a cool guy.
Oh yeah. Well, we went to a concert where we got to have like a Q&A with him and stuff. It was really neat.
And he's big on, like, he wrote a book for teenage girls.
Yeah.
Because he has a teenage girl, and he wrote a book about, like, some of the struggles that they're going through, especially right now. It's great. I mean, the dude really is. He's an awesome guy. But I got to talking with one of the guys that is touring with him. It's an upcoming band that is touring with them, and this was at not this past year's Winter Jam, but the one before. And so he came out, and he was just they were just walking around giving out like their album and everything, and they were like, hey, you check this out.
Who was it?
So I can't think of the guy's name now, but he was one of the guys, and they were actually good. They were an opening act for him.
Yeah.
And I had the DVD in my car, just chilling there. They're good. I mean, they're really good. Mm-hmm. But they came out, and while we were waiting in line, they got to meeting everybody, and so and he got to talking about some of the experiences, and a lot of the times with the Winter Jam tour bus, they'll go and visit, these different churches along the way.
Right.
And so many of them, if not all of them, will go to the same church that morning.
Oh, okay.
Right. And so they'll go to church, and he's like, listen, let me tell you, I've never met somebody more intense than John Cooper, even during a worship service.
Oh, I can imagine.
He said, let me tell you this. He said, John, you can hear him amongst everybody amening. He said, John doesn't amen. And I was like, what do you mean John doesn't amen? He's like, let me tell you what John does. He's like, if he agrees with you, if he thinks that you're preaching the word of God and you're preaching it well, he doesn't amen. He'll go just as stern face as possible. He'll go, that's right.
Oh, I can see him doing that.
Me and my wife and I are sitting there, like leaned up against the concrete, and I fall out, right? And she falls out the next Sunday service, right? And for those who don't know, I'm a pastor, right? So I also, I preach the gospel every Sunday, every Wednesday.
Popping off at the pulpit.
And so I'm over here, and I'm feeling invigorated. Just came back from Winter Jam. I'm pumped,
Yeah.
And so I just, I'm hammering down on salvation, our need for Christ, and I'm getting after it. And in the middle of all of it, Megan goes, that's right. I lose it. I can't. I was like, Megan, I can't believe you. I was like, how can I preach this? How can I preach with boldness and authority when I'm too busy laughing? That's right. All I saw was John Cooper said on my wife's body. I was like, get out of my head, John.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was something else, man.
And this is the thing. Like, if you've never watched his podcast, he gets like. I mean, and he, for the longest time, he did try to stay away. Like, kind of, he would talk about political stuff every once in a while.
Yeah.
And he's gotten a lot more political lately.
I think there's a need to.
Oh yeah, I agree.
We're getting a lot farther from.
Well, and he's really good at calling out the church. He's really good at calling out the church, and
absolutely.
And some of the things that some of the churches are doing now that just flat out go against God's
Scripture,
word.
yeah, and we're getting a little bit more theological than I think was intended, but I enjoy it personally, and I don't know about if you guys do. I know you guys came to your gaming, but at the end of the day, this is a part of who we are as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's you get one, you get one in the as well as the other.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so. But I absolutely agree. I think it's important, and I know a lot of people are like, well, you just got to let it, especially nowadays, this phrase gets thrown out a lot. You just got to find your own truth, or believe in your own. The thing about
the truth is written.
I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the thing about truth is it's definitive, right? I mean, there's a definitive truth, right? Because what is stopping my truth from saying that your truth is not right?
Right.
Well, then we have a paradox. We have an issue, right? Because the fact of the matter is, you're saying that your truth enables everybody else's truth to be real,
right?
But then when my truth says my truth denies your truth, how can either one of them exist?
Right.
If all truth is real, but then my truth says your truth's not real. And then that's when you go all banana brain, and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Because
you're contradicting yourself.
The reality is, and the thing is, nobody actually believes this. It's because every single person lives according to reality, and reality states it all throughout, our existence, there has been definitive truths on things.
Yeah.
There have been things that exist that nobody can argue with. What we're speaking in right now, it's a microphone, right? Yeah. Everybody's in agreement with that, right? But if one person comes and says, well, this isn't a microphone. Well, I don't care how many degrees you have by your name. You're wrong.
Yeah.
This is what we call it. This is a microphone, right? That's and so you take that concept even further when you get to speaking about Christ, right? And you realize that Scripture says this: anything outside of Christ is not of the truth, is not of truth,
right?
And so you got to get down. You got to get to the basis of it and realize that truth is defined by Christ, and anything outside of that is not. Right? And so when you're in Christ, you're in truth. When you're not in truth. Right? Because truth is definitive. It's like you said at the very beginning of this little rant. It's written.
Right.
Right? And so that's how we can stand firm and say, hey, it's in Christ.
Mm-hmm. Take
them or leave them.
Yeah.
That's where truth lies. Right?
Well, that's what we talk to the kids about, because we do this little, of course, as many of y'all know, I have 2 boys. And so we had gotten a devotional book for boys, and it talks about how there's a lot of talk about distractions. Of course, in this book, when it was this devotional book, when it was written, it pulls video games into it a lot. And so
they're relatable.
Yeah. I mean, and so there's talk about don't allow things like video games or these TV shows or anything to plant a seed. We talked about this the other night. Not about don't allow, because I mean the world is full of evil. Don't allow the evil within the stuff you watch to plant a seed, even if it's I was talking to my oldest. I'm like, okay, you can run around and shoot people in Fortnite all the time, but as soon as that seed is planted in you, that capping somebody is okay. Like absolutely. When you feel enjoyment,
there needs to be that disconnect where they understand, hey, this is
not
in
reality.
The game. Yeah, this is not reality.
This is not
in
truth.
The game. This is not this is not the way that it should be. Right? And that's where the Bible talks about this well. Talking about abstaining from all appearances of evil. Right. Don't even put yourself in that position to begin with.
Yeah.
And so, which just proposes an interesting question, which we're probably not going to be able to answer today. But in the near future, I think we've talked about even having exclusive podcasts where we're not going to delve whatever word that fits right there.
Delve.
Yeah,
delve. Delveth. We will not.
We will not delveth into this. But where we don't speak as much on the gaming aspect as much as we do the theological side of of the podcast. But and that is, I think, a question that a lot of, especially an older generation, would ask, and really, I think the answer would be no to them.
Yeah.
And that is it biblical, or can you be a faithful believer and still play video games? Right. And then it just comes down to, I mean, that question in itself is kind of refuting. Right, because when you get to thinking about it, it's like everything we do that's enjoyable that isn't necessarily glorifying to Christ, is that a negative? Is that something that you should abstain from?
Right.
Even if you take joy in eating, right? You might not be hungry, but you might just be, it might just be like a celebration of
Look, my great grandmother used to say, food is for the happy, food is for the sick, food is for the sad, food is for everything.
Food is life.
Like you eat when you're. She was like, baby, are you sad? Here's some sugar toast.
Sugar toast.
I love me some sugar toast, but Grandma, I don't need this.
Yeah,
I got football practice. I'm gonna be puking on the field.
You sad? Here's some sugar toast.
Yeah, here's some sugar toast.
That's what they used to call me back in high school. Sugar toast.
Oh, man.
No, I mean, and so really getting down to it, I don't know. We got way off from fusing. Well,
I mean, not really, because we were speaking on truth, and nothing speaks falling away from truth than having this ultra hand, this glowing arm where you can Minecraft build in Legend of Zelda.
Listen, at this point, I think they're just taking this concept of Minecraft and they're like, how can we place it in this game?
Well, you know what?
In every game, and it's not a bad mechanic.
No.
In any of the games, but you look at Fortnite, and they're like, you know what? FPS is a fun game. Well, it would make it even funner if you have Minecraft building.
Okay, so I told you I wanted your. So I have not let him look at this episode builder yet because we're fixing to.
I'm sitting up in the chair
as we move into our little. We always do like a little news for the week segment, and it's been a couple weeks, so I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm not gonna talk a whole lot about it because I am gonna discuss it in a later episode when it actually comes out. But I am super excited for.
I'm nervous. My heart's racing.
Mega Man Battle Network Collection.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm 10 games for $60. I'm down. I mean, they split off after like game 3, and they started doing no. They had game 1 and 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think they split into 2. So it's like it was kind of like buying Pokemon. You could either buy red or blue. Well, you could buy Mega Man red or blue. Which one do you want to buy?
And in fact, that's what they're called, right? Blue. There was Mega Man Blue.
I think one of them was like
blue.
They may have even had a. I know
and the red one had 0 on it, or
Proto Man.
Yeah,
Proto Man on it. Yeah. I think. And then there was some like I think 5 had like a fusion type thing where you could like fuse with some of the other net navies that speaking of net navies and Mega Man, for if you got kids or younger ones, the YouTube, if you go to Capcom USA on YouTube, the entire Mega Man, what was it called? NT Warrior, which was based off of the Mega Man Battle Network games.
Yeah.
The entire season for NT Warrior is on YouTube. I've been letting my kids watch it.
Okay.
And then the next season, or the next series, which was Mega Man Access, which also kind of went along with the Battle Network collection games. I think that kind of picks up where like 4, 5, 6, somewhere around in there. Those they're free on YouTube. You can watch them for free. There's no ads. There's no.
Really?
I mean, we've been burning through. Just showing the kids what what I kind of grew up watching and stuff. And
I forget which one it was now, but it's kind of the newer looking Mega Man with the kid that was also with him.
Oh, I think that was was it a Netflix one? Because it was kind of like CGI almost, like 3D animation kind of.
No, this was back. I was a kid then.
I know there was an original like old school Mega Man. Oh no, yeah, you're talking about Battle Network. You're talking about NT Warrior. That was NT Warrior.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah,
because he had like the
he can like scan a card, right?
Or he's like throwing the
chips in there.
So that was what that show was based off of Battle Network. The games.
Oh, I like you need
to check that out.
Oh, there was a time where like I had like a little toy phone, right? It was a little broken Nokia. It wasn't actually broken. It was just deactivated Nokia because you can't break. The only way that you break Nokias is if you throw it into into Mount Doom.
I was gonna say, because I fell in the lake and it still worked afterwards.
Yeah, you can't break Nokias. You have to throw it into the Mount Doom. Yeah. That's the only reason.
Yeah, the Nokia Ring of Power.
Yeah, the Nokia of power. But so I had this old Nokia. It was just a toy phone for me, and I acted like it was that the device or the phone from Battle Network.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I acted like I was swiping cards in it, and I was like, "Let's go!" And so like I went through a phase as probably like I think it was 2nd or 3rd grade, where I went through a phase where I was where I had like a wind spirit guy. He was like green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In my mind, I was like, "Let's go." Yeah.
Okay, so
or like he had Leaf Blade or something like that.
So I'm gonna blow your mind here because when we did so now again, I mean I was older when the show came out, but I'm still a big kid at heart. So I still watch cartoons. I probably watch more cartoons now than more because of my kids and stuff now. But I would
dare say that most cartoons have a deeper meaning in things at time than most shows do. So.
I would tend to agree with that.
Especially anime, right?
Which is completely.
Yeah, which completely. I mean they're not cartoons,
right.
they have like such a deeper meaning to things. The character building is so much greater than I think most like actual real life shows.
Well, look, I know one of my buddies is listening to this podcast. I don't think he listens too terribly much. I know he does listen a good bit, but I think he may be a couple episodes behind. But he'll enjoy this because he will remember we were actually working when NT Warrior and Access were coming out, and so what we do is we would take the DVD player at work, the DVD recorder, because we worked at Sears, and so we would take the DVD recorder, and Saturday mornings we like DVD record all of our cartoons that we didn't get to watch because we were working.
Let's go.
Oh yeah. So we would do that.
That's sick.
And then in the afternoon when we weren't busy, we'd pop the DVD in one of the DVD players on the big TVs, and we'd go back and watch our Saturday morning cartoon.
What? That's crazy.
And so but
Thinking
we got
win-win.
Oh yeah. I mean, since we were making our own money, we could do whatever we wanted with it. And so what we did was I remember they released the actual like PETs from Mega Man Access, and so I had bass, and he had gotten Mega Man, and they came with a little it looked like a headphone, like a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and you could plug them in, and you had the cards. I mean, I still got them to this day. I actually took the battery out because my kids want to play with it, and I'm like, no, I don't want you to play with this because I don't want to get ruined, but I want to get a battery and show them, like how it came up and stuff. But it had a little LCD screen on it, and bass would pop up, and you plug them in. It was like the Tamagotchis or something.
Yeah, you remember the Digivices from Digimon, and they would have the
So it was essentially the same thing, but they had the actual cards, so you could battle, and it had a little almost like a D-pad on it, so you could move your character around. But you throw in wide sword while I was taking Mega Man out. I don't remember how many, but dude, we were older playing that, a bunch of probably 18-year-olds playing with toys and stuff. It's all good. I had a blast though, man. Those things were super cool, and I actually, like I said, I found mine the other day, and I got it out for the kids to look at it. But kind of getting off Mega Man and moving to I know Mario movie came out this week. The critics hate it.
Really?
The critics hate it, so it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've heard a lot of people. I've already talked to a few kids here at the school, that...
Oh, they've watched it already?
Yeah, they've watched it, and they
enjoyed it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, I think that's my new, going into a movie. If the critics hate it, I think I'll probably go watch it. Like John Wick 4, critics hate it. I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah, not enough wokeness in there.
Yeah. We go woke, go broke. I mean, look at Disney.
If they're so worried about a wokeness, why don't they just get some coffee, man? Wake up a little bit.
Yeah, no joke, for sure.
Wake up a little bit. With all your wokeness.
And I'll say, I said this earlier, but eShop.
eShop sale.
Having a good sale. So go check that out. I think it ends pretty much after this weekend, so go check it out pretty quick. E3. They got canceled this year.
Yeah, because nobody's showing up.
Nintendo was the first one that was like, no, we'll do our own thing. And PlayStation followed suit. I think Xbox was actually signed up for E3, but now it is not in the works.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
E3. I mean, our one chance to go to E3, and hopefully, I was hoping this podcast would grow enough before. Yeah, before E3.
Maybe
we'll have to settle for. Maybe we can make it to the Game Awards one day.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Be out there, accepting an award for best gaming podcast,
best influencer. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Dude, that would be crazy.
We could preach the gospel and accept an award.
I'd like to thank one person. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. They would never invite us back. They would never invite us back.
Yeah. Damn.
Forgot this. Miyamoto did say that they would be continuing to work with their Illumination partnership. So, NCU, here we come.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. No, but I really am. I'm super hyped to go see it. I think we kind of talked about maybe taking the esports kids. I got to check with administration, see if they're good with that. But I'd like to take them and
pack them up. Let's go watch.
I want to go the kids are already bugging me. I got one sick at the house, and he's like, Dad, I want to go see
Mario movie. That's the only thing that will fix this.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm like, okay, well, why don't you play some Mario and get you some good voiced Mario, some instead of some what is his name, Marionette, Mario voice actor, what's his name?
Oh, yeah, I could have told you before you told.
No, I mean, not Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's all, bro.
I did, and not to spoil anything, but I did hear that Bowser sings in this.
Sings in this?
Sings.
Let's go.
And
Are you kidding me?
I think it's a love song.
What? to who, Peach?
I don't know.
If Jack Black is singing,
it's gonna be awesome.
So good. Prepare for random weird ad-lib sounds.
The memes are gonna be.
My name is Bowser. Now listen, as long as he doesn't get like Tenacious D, like
yeah. No, we don't need.
I think we'll be good.
I don't think let's stick it kind of close to the School of Rock. School of Rock. Song.
Oh, dude,
such a good movie.
What was and the Legend of the Rent was very hardcore. Dude, that's such a good movie. Extremely illegal. But
yeah, absolutely, yeah. But
oh man, that was such a good movie though.
So Legendary Entertainment, they acquired the movie and TV rights for Street Fighter.
Really?
Yeah. So no more Jean-Claude Van Damme playing Guile and I can't remember the other guy's name. That played in Bison, which I mean, in the realm of video game movies, I mean, the Street Fighter movie from the '90s was not terrible.
Yeah,
it wasn't near as bad as the Mario movie, the original Mario movie with John Leguizamo and yeah. When they showed Yoshi, I was like, and then Bowser was a human with a. I don't even remember.
I have no clue. I remember it vaguely. I remember it was not good. You know.
All right.
Wasn't like TMNT. You know, I love the old TMNT movies.
Okay, so yeah, absolutely. And so
Fantastic.
That is one of the things that's on sale is the TMNT collection.
Yeah. On
Switch, and they just pushed out the new update for it, and because I own it and I played it a little bit. There was a few things that I think they added some online play features and stuff, but go check that out. I think it's like $27, and it's got like 6 or 8 games with it. I think a bunch of arcade games. It's got Turtles in Time, which is one of my favorite games. So y'all don't forget about Final Fantasy Remastered Collection, April 19th. Also, Pokemon Stadium is coming to the NSO Plus expansion pack, so it may be time to up. Yeah.
Let's go.
So maybe time to up your subscription.
Let's go. We were just talking about this the other day. And see, I thought it was already on there, but I think it was supposed to be on there.
Yes,
but then it ended up getting it was messed up or something.
No. So what they did was when they introduced the NSO, the N64 for the NSO, they showed it as one of the upcoming games because they showed that and they showed various others that haven't released yet, but they show the Mario parties, which eventually rolled out to the system, or to the platform. And so but that is coming, and I think it's next week.
What?
I think it's next week.
Oh man!
So I will have it. So swing by the office and it's gonna be awesome.
I'm so pumped about that.
All right, here we go. I cannot wait to get his look. Sprites reactions on some of this stuff is great. And I wish you could see this because he gets so heated about some of this video game stuff. And I can't wait
heart palpitations right now.
I can't wait to launch this. WB sets the release date for a movie that they have acquired the franchise for, which has been in the works for a really long time. I think even back like 2014 it was originally announced. And the release date is going to be April 4th, 2025. Okay. So they still have time to like cancel this. Yeah. Because I mean, this is still 2 years away.
Oh, so we want it canceled.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It might be good entertainment. By the director. So I don't know if anybody knows Jared Hess. He is the director of not only Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay. Yeah.
But also Nacho Libre.
Oh, I love Nacho Libre.
All right. So Nacho! Here we go. Jason Momoa has been cast for the Minecraft movie.
What? What are you talking about?
The only cast member that has been announced.
He's gonna be Steve?
I guess. I mean, the memes were like,
what are you talking about?
Him with his hair like pulled back, and he's in a blue shirt.
What?
Guys, I wrote this episode last night while I was delirious after watching
the Matrix. What are we talking about? What?
And I put this in here just for this reaction.
How did... Did Steve hit the gym? Steve took some steroids?
I don't know. Maybe he looked kind of blocky in his Aquaman suit, and they decided...
No, he looks like a box. That's wild. Steve got tatted.
He got tatted.
Steve out there. Steve been to prison, came back. Grew some long hair.
Welcome to Minecraft.
What in the world? Well, I guess you got to be fit if you're going to punch down a tree with your bare hands.
Well, that's true. I do want to see that. I want to see them throw him out there, and I want him to see him punch a tree with his bare hands.
What is happening?
Knock a piece of the tree out where the tree doesn't fall.
I don't understand. Which I know there's the Minecraft stories, right? I've never watched any of them. I've never played any of them. But what is the storyline? What do you?
I don't know. You know. So Minecraft Legends. Did Minecraft Legends just come? I think Minecraft Legends just came out, or it's about to come out.
Because I mean, I know you beat the Ender Dragon. I know there's the what is it? The Wither. You got the Wither.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because they added that. They've added some. They've added some other stuff
like
too.
late game content or whatever.
Yeah.
See, late game content, but it's like.
But it's I mean,
there's not really a timeline in Minecraft because you spawn and you punch trees and you.
I was gonna say I've played Minecraft for I guess for 2 years now because I got into it with my esports kids.
That's crazy. What? Jason Momoa?
I will tell you though, the story that we had kind of come up with in the in our little Minecraft realm that we had for the esports kids would have been a great story.
It would have been pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, Jason Momoa builds a little house in a ravine for everybody to kind of mine in and everything, and they go. The rest of them go over. They wipe everything out on the side. Yeah. I mean, it's just a flat surface. You got one guy who's running from creepers who tries to hide in one guy's house, blows the house up multiple times. Then this guy decides, well, he blew up my house a few times. I'm going to go stick a copper rod in his chimney and watch lightning strike it and burn his to the ground.
Yeah, arson. Yeah. Pass it on.
Yeah, we were throwing out a lot of. It was supposed to be relaxing, and it turned into a kind of competitive. And
listen, guys, let me. Those that already don't know this, we had to build a courthouse, and had a whole court system. We had a judicial system in this, in which that rivaled that of I think GTA's like police officer role play thing.
Well, yeah, because they had a bucket of lava sitting below the judges,
and if you were guilty,
you got house. Lava. Yeah, you got lava. Your house got lava.
You're gonna be out there looking like you went to the Nickelodeon's Choice Awards.
Yeah,
but instead of slime, it's lava. You've been lavaed.
You've been lavaed.
And we had like a whole jury. We're like, is the defendant guilty? And we're like, yeah, he did it. We saw it.
Yeah. This is why you
kill him.
This is why you don't play Minecraft with a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah. They break the law.
Yeah. Apparently.
ultimately has to be established when you play with them because there has to be boundaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is they run that whole landscape over there, and then they all moved off, and then they've. I mean, one guy, his poor soul, he got John Wicked. I mean, they got in his house, they killed his dog. You know, I mean,
no.
It was the whole thing, man.
He's the man you sent to kill the man.
So I mean, it was.
Is that who I'm thinking it is? Because he's nowhere near John Wick in real life. Oh, okay. He's kind of no.
I mean, no.
I was thinking of somebody else.
I mean, I think he knows the martial arts side of it.
I was thinking of a far more pastier, rosy-cheeked individual, but I don't think he played with us.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that would be hilarious.
Although I will tell you, we discovered ChatGPT this week, and we did. You know, so this individual has, and he's shout out. Here's our esports shout out for the day. I will say that he tends not to breathe when he plays Smash Brothers, and so ChatGPT wrote a rap about him not being able to breathe, and for some reason they kept saying he had metal in his lungs. So I don't know if he was like, you know, they were trying to say that he couldn't breathe because he was vaping. I mean, I just wanted it to make a rap because he's so tense he can't breathe while he's playing Smash.
Got some metal in your lungs.
Got some metal in your lungs. But no, Jason Momoa.
That's
playing.
I cannot.
Okay, look, I don't know if he's actually playing Steve.
I like Jason. Steve ain't Samoan.
No, well, I mean, okay, but now Steve looks. He's a good bit tan. So I mean, I think he could possibly pull it off. I mean, I don't know where we're gonna go with the blocky head, but
who's even gonna stand up to him? He's not even gonna need armor. He just pick pop. Just deflect arrows. Ba-bang!
Heck popping the Ender Dragon.
The Ender shoots at him. He's like, what is? Listen, the other day, this is how far we have come in movies. It's so crazy to me that we're just adapting everything.
Yeah.
Without conscience. We're just like, you know what? This seems like who said that this was gonna be a good idea?
I don't know. Maybe it's going to be animated and he's going to be a voice actor.
I hope. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean,
because then they'll get Chris Pratt and he'll probably screw up and go, "Let's go."
It is a me, Mario. But anyway, you dog on Chris Pratt so hard.
Well, you know, he probably deserves it.
Yeah.
I did get called out though. I was told that I should watch one of his movies. Amazon Terminal. I was told I need to watch the Terminal List because he actually does a really good job. Which the other Amazon show that I watched, the Tomorrow War with Chris Pratt, is actually really, really good. Really good. If y'all hadn't checked that out, it's a really good show too.
I don't think he's like a bad actor. I don't understand why he couldn't do a very simple voice, you know, because I'm not a professional voice actor, and I feel like I can do a fairly good Mario voice. I've asked like 3 people this week to give me their best Mario impression, and every single one of them were better than Chris Pratt.
Well, there you go.
And there were 3. They're third graders with no vocal experience whatsoever. Half of them can't even talk right. Half of them don't even know words.
Yeah,
you know, but they know the phrase and they know how to say it properly.
Well, now my kids are running around doing. They're like, well, we can do it better because they listen to the podcast. They're like, we can do it better than Chris Pratt, and I'm so sick of hearing Mario's voice in my house that I almost don't want to go see the movie.
Yeah, you almost want Chris Pratt's Mario.
I don't know if we go that far, but
you're like this doesn't sound like Mario.
Chris Marionette.
Charles
Marionette. Yeah, there it is.
But anyways, yeah, I don't know. Well, so like I was saying the other day, was on YouTube, and I got hit with, because I don't use ad blockers, I got hit with a commercial. It was the new Barbie movie. Have you seen that?
No.
There's a new Barbie movie.
Yeah, I mean, I knew there was one coming out, but I know
it's a Barbie movie, and it has what is it? It has
doesn't it have Channing Tatum or something?
It has who's what's her name? Harley Quinn, who plays Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
As Margot Robbie, I think it has like Ryan Gosling in it. I think it's Ryan Gosling. I'm not sure. It also has the new.
Yeah, it's got Ryan Gosling.
It has Ryan Gosling. It also has the Shang-Chi in it. Who's Shang-Chi? It has Will Ferrell in it too. Who's the guy who plays Shang-Chi?
Is it Simu Louis? I don't know. I'm probably butchering that.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Which I like him. He's a great actor. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and he was not the part of Shang-Chi that I didn't like, actually. I did not like his...
Really? You didn't like Shang-Chi?
No, I mean, I think...
I really enjoyed it.
I think Marvel tries to play... I mean, so with Thor, I feel like halfway through the Thor movies, they ended up ruining them because they tried to push too much comedy, where I feel like they needed to focus a little bit more on the story.
Yeah.
Where, not everything has to be Guardians of the Galaxy, right? I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously...
They're intended to... Guardians of the Galaxy...
Guardians, Ant-Man, I mean, those were intended to be more comical.
Yeah, because the people, who the people are.
Right. And so, like, I mean, and in the first Doctor Strange, you had sprinkling of some comedy, which was fun. There's nothing wrong with having a sprinkle of comedy in something that's supposed to be serious. But I mean, you have a guy who wrecked his car, his life is shattered, his hands are broken, he can never go back to doing what he was, which he was a jerk when he was doing it anyways. But then, you get to a point and they kind of crack some jokes in it, and it's like you're like, you kind of lose the whole feel that you're going for the movie, I think. And so that's why Doctor Strange 2, I mean, it was okay, but I feel like tone back on the comedy a little bit. I think that is not helping Marvel's case right now.
Yeah.
So
with that I think even Shang-Chi had it did have like Aquafina in it, right, which was she was supposed to be there for comedy relief, and then you had the guy who played the Mandalorian and Iron Man 3, like the actor for him. But
you mean the Mandarin?
Yeah, the Mandarin. Yeah.
Not the
Mandalorian.
Was that Ben Kingsley? Ben Kingsley?
Yeah, I believe so. Something like that. But
because he's a fabulous voice actor. He's a super popular voice actor.
Well, and he's just all around. I mean, them two both brought like some pretty good, great comedy to it. I don't think it was like over the top on that. I do think it was a little bit muddled. Like the ending was a little bit muddled. Because. Like this whole time, like we're fighting like as human beings, and then out of nowhere, like this giant dark demon dragon thing like pops out of nowhere, and you're like, where'd this go from?
Yeah, and see, I was really hoping that when I saw that in the trailer, I love now. So like Iron Man had a bad guy.
Yeah.
one of his villains was Fing Fang Foom, and which
that's what I thought. That's who I thought it was going to be when I saw the dragon in the in the trailer.
Right.
You had the dragon like underwater,
right.
And you're like, but he wouldn't be able to take on Fing Fang Foom.
No.
They
would have needed Iron Man, and
you would have needed everybody. Yeah.
He already took out Thanos. So
kicked the bucket. Yeah. Fing Fang Foom's like strong. If I remember correctly.
Oh yeah. I love Fing Fang Foom. Fing Fang Foom was awesome.
Yeah. But see, I thought that's who it was going to be too, but just some other dark creature from a different world, I guess. I don't know.
I don't even.
They didn't even really explain where it came from. I don't think, but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
I mean, it was all right. The fight scenes and stuff were really neat. I think the They did a good job on that. The comedy just killed it for me.
Yeah, the martial arts is great.
And I just see
like
this
the whole train scene, like him in the bus, Yeah, it's great.
But, well, and like with the upcoming Marvel stuff, I'm hoping that I hope they postpone it long enough to where they get their stuff fixed, and then Marvel can rise again. I would love to see like what Iron Man did for the Marvel, beginning the MCU and everything. I really hope that
hiring on guys that are just going to commit felonies.
Well, there's that.
Because he's supposed to be like their main dude.
Yeah.
It's like, what are they going to do? Give him the Elijah Miller treatment?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's okay. You beat your wife.
Yeah. Here's your movie.
Yeah. Here's. I mean, he's supposed to be literally. He's the next Thanos.
And the bad thing about like Elijah Miller is, they did finally end up releasing this, or they're going to release this Flash movie, and I mean, I can't stand Elijah Miller, but the movie. I mean, this is what they did to save it. They brought back the OG Batman.
Yeah.
They had to bring back Michael Keaton, which I feel like, the older Michael Keaton has gotten, the better his acting has gotten. I mean, when he sits there and has the one-on-one conversation with Peter Parker in the Spider-Man movie, I mean, I was like, whoa, this is intense.
Yeah.
So and I don't know if he plays a wonderful bad guy. So he was the bad guy in the remake of RoboCop too. And such a good movie. I mean, it was one of those that was like, we finally did a remake right.
I'm thinking of another movie that it was in, but yeah. But there's a lot of great things coming out.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
So you guys stay tuned to all that. I know, I think we've been going fairly long now, so I don't know. Do you have anything else?
I think that about covers it.
There a lot of new. It kind of slow once again for gaming purposes, but we're more than just gaming.
Yeah.
We've talked already on several different things. Obviously theology. Some politics every now and again. We try to stay clear from it as much as we can, but even it's hard to kind of detach games from like movies and anime and things like that. Movies and shows
they're so
because a lot of them are intertwined and a lot of them are just adaptations from one another. Yeah, you were talking about like the Street Fighter earlier, and they just recently released a Netflix original Street Fighter
and that's
series.
what you're going to pick from the topics that we were talking about in movies. You're not going to mention the Minecraft movie?
No, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think. I got Jason Momoa's face on top of Steve's body, and it makes me want to hurl. What in the world? So I've never watched it, but I know of Jason got his big break when was it was Game of Thrones or something like that, right?
Oh, I don't know.
He was in that. I think he was one of the big. I don't know. I think he was seeing him as like a big chieftain dude or whatever, but
I don't remember.
You got like somebody who's played in multiple positions, like from I think that was where he got his big break or his biggest thing, right? Because that was a huge show. So you got that, and you got like a bunch of other stuff, and I mean you just got. You got him playing all these like really big masculine roles. How in the world are you going to have this dude building a house, like just, like brick by brick? How are you going to have him over here gardening?
It's going to be like Superman. He's going to hit the tree once, it's going to fall over, and he's going to pick the whole tree up and throw it down into one of the logs.
He's going to throw it down. He's going to break it into logs, like break it into a bunch of blocks. I don't know. I mean, they could listen. They could do it good. They could, and I do. Like I said, I like Jason Momoa.
He jumps up. He punches the Ender
I
Dragon
don't
in the face.
understand why. I don't understand why we don't have like somebody a little nerdier, a little bit. Get like a Charlie Day in there. Get like a which he's kind of on the rise right now with playing Luigi. You know what I mean? Like get somebody. Get somebody that's not like 8 foot tall. got a muscle mass built like an elephant, you know, out there can flex his bicep and shatter a spear. You know
what?
I mean?
The next cast member, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne is Alex. Dwayne looking like just an Irish woman. Has long red locks of hair, just with a braid.
Well, he'll be too busy. They're doing the live action Moana movie, so
Oh my goodness. What's that guy's name from regular show? You like a good bit the white gorilla dude, Skips.
Oh, Skips?
Yeah. Just walk like Skips the whole time.
Well, and Skips was voiced by Mark Hamill, so.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
old Marky Mark.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like they're trying to make adaptations that make no sense, or games. It's like, I get it. You guys are kind of running out of ideas, but it's like there needs to be a boundary between games between video games and movies. There and or even shows, which shows you have a little bit more leniency on, because you can actually take what is in that existing world and you can make it something greater.
Yeah.
But in a movie, it's so much harder to do because you don't have the time to be making this whole world.
Yeah, nobody wants to spend 80 hours watching a movie.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't, and so you have to convey a very compelling, a very riveting story about an existing world, but then put your own twist on it, right? And make it come to life and make it good.
Yeah.
Right? And putting in a fair share of action, as well as comedy, as well as, suspense and drama. All of these things are hard dynamics to master and to do. And you're going to pick one of the most bottom line base, plain Jane games ever made. That was the whole selling piece of Minecraft. Is, hey, you tired of all of these fancy animations? Come build a block with me.
Yeah.
Come knock down a tree that's built out of 4 blocks stacked on top of each other. Enunciation's very important right here.
For sure.
Blocks, guys. Blocks. Not
blocks.
Not the latter. But, it's like, why the dude, going back to the Barbie movie, and this rant's never going to end. You guys might as well cut off the podcast now, because and I'm coming with it. The Barbie movie. Listen, I watched the entire trailer just so I could trash on it one day. And the day has come, and it's only been like 2 days since I've watched that trailer. I watched the entire trailer. It was like 3 minutes long. Every person in the movie is named Barbie or Ken. Why? Like, I understand the concept behind it is because this is astronaut Barbie. This is, this is depressed Barbie. This is, well, I hope there's not a depression Barbie, but
I mean,
relatable for all ages.
Oh. We're getting canned.
So much. This is where the rant comes in. Turn to Jesus, y'all, if y'all have those issues.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you need to.
Why? Why do I want to sit through? And at the end of the day, it's like you have the free will to not watch it. You're right. I will not watch it.
Yeah, for sure.
But why are they spending thousands upon millions of dollars
for a movie to tank?
To make a movie where every actor and actress in the movie is named the exact same thing.
Well, and the bad thing about it is that because I mean when I saw that there was a movie coming out, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything about this because my wife grew up, she's yeah. So, yeah. But as soon as they cast,
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, as soon as they cast her, I knew that this was not going to be something I was going to have to sit through in the theater because
she didn't like Margot Robbie.
No, not a big Margot Robbie fan. I mean, that's kind of like Lady Gaga being Harley Quinn in the new Joker movie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie got a big mouth.
Yeah.
No, I mean that like literally, like physically speaking. Yeah,
I actually don't think I've ever seen a movie that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think.
Like she could probably eat a whole apple on a bite. I'm being mean now.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean it's all right.
Yeah.
Out there looking like she part human, part frog.
Oh, that's great.
Ribbit. I'm Frog Barbie. I think that's our cue to end it, man.
Yeah, I think
I'm about to start roasting people that I've never met when I'm out here with a nose that rivals that of Pinocchio.
Well, I mean, they always tell me that I have the crimson chin.
It's me, the Crimson Chin.
And they're like, have you ever seen, what was that off of? That's some awesome. Nickelodeon something or something?
That was off of Fairy Odd Parents.
Okay, so they're like, yeah, you look like the Crimson Chin. I'm like, who is that? I don't know that. I mean, that was after my time.
According to the fairy law, you have broken the fairy law. According to the fairy law, you are to forever be out of the fairy world.
So Arnold voice acted something.
Yeah, there was a guy on the show called Jorgen, and he would pop up every couple of episodes or so. You know, when they would do something wrong, he's kind of like the enforcer, and so that's what he'd do. He'd have this rule book, and literally the rule book, the title of the book is "Da Rules."
Da Rules.
And so like he would throw it out, and he would hit him with the rule book.
Oh, that's funny.
Hit him with the book, and he's like, according to the fair law 3312. You have broken it because you have spoken this specific word. You are now banished from all of fairies forever. Like, he's just way over the top, and you're like, what is happening? He's like, all the fairies are like pint size, like even smaller than like elementary students.
Yeah.
And then Jorgen is like this massive hunk, like meat pillar of a fairy. It's like, I am the enforcer, Jorgen.
Oh, that's great.
According to the rules.
The rules.
But it's good. I really enjoyed Fairy Odd Parents.
That's funny.
It's one of them good ones.
Might have to go back and let the kids watch that or something.
But no, man,
But no, I think that's about all we got for today.
That is. I think it's about time before I get canceled. Before we get canceled.
Yeah,
Margot Robbie comes after me.
I was gonna say we don't have the money to be to have anybody. But speaking of, if you'd like to, I mean, if you'd like to support us, just in case we get roasted by those that we roast, you know, please.
Listen, I can take it. She can make fun of me all day long. I don't care.
Please come.
Not my problem.
Come support the podcast, guys. This is something. I mean, and again, you know, we try to always do something family friendly and try to keep, you know, we do this for you guys, and this is something that we enjoy doing, and I know Sprites and I both very much enjoy getting together and goofing off and talking, chasing rabbits and whatever else we can find to do.
Guys, we have this whole so. Listen, Maverick is, as you can tell, as if you're just a consistent listener, even if this is the first episode you've ever watched, Maverick is the concise, organized. I'm like, you know, it'd be fun. you know what. You know how Tom Holland looks. It reminds me of a small monkey. You know what I mean? Like something off completely off script. You know,
well, it probably doesn't help the image because he's like a gymnast. I mean, like a professional gymnast.
Oh no, for sure. He's like legitimate.
Yeah,
yeah.
He can leap around like a monkey.
Yeah, he is very agile for sure. You know. Which I would probably, you know, I'd call him maybe like a based off his hair, I'd probably say something like a upside down mop. Well, you know what I mean? It's just like a mop stick standing up. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, I'm just listen. So we get out of we get off topic very easily, I think. But I think that's a part of the joys in this, I guess.
Oh yeah.
I so we enjoy talking about it, but.
Well, like we said, I mean, we do this to have fun.
I mean, no harm whatsoever to anybody that I'm sure Margot is probably a nice person, maybe potentially. I hope at least that she is,
I mean,
just because you got money doesn't mean you're necessarily
right. I mean,
sold your soul to the devil,
I mean, if you listen to this and
now, if she listens to this, we're probably, tactic, we're probably going through the roof marketing wise.
I mean, yeah.
She starts talking about us. Yeah.
Attacked on Twitter. Then,
it's nothing but a plus for us.
that's why Geeks and Gamers is so popular, because they attack people and then everybody attacks them, and I mean, it's just putting their name out there.
Listen,
free advertisement.
No disrespect to anybody that has this. I think sometimes I may have Asperger's. I say things without a filter and then, without any remorse, and I'm like, okay. So in that regard, I'm like, okay, she starts flaming us. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just know I got a lot more in there.
That's right.
I got a lot more ammunition in the back. You know what I'm saying? Out there looking like you got a wig on top of a wig. You know what I'm saying?
Wig on top of a wig.
Yeah. With that artificial colored hair. What you talking about?
Well,
but anyways, no more roasting. We'll be Christ-like.
All things through Christ.
All things through Christ. Let me torch you right quick. In the name of Jesus. Anyways, we got to get out of here, guys. Y'all take it easy. Is there anything else you got before we get out of here?
I got nothing after all.
There might have to be a lot of editing going on here. You might just hear from Mav3rick's mic the last 30 minutes of this episode. But thank you guys for listening. I hope if you guys got any enjoyment out of it, or information. I know that's something that we try to give as well. I know we had a fun time recording it
for sure.
Also, we like to end off our segments, trying to be as Christ-like as possible.
Absolutely.
Going back to it.
In the end, we are human.
We are. Yeah. And once again, everything that I say, you take with a grain of salt. I mean, at the end of the day, we're picking.
I did warn you about how goofy we were going to be today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a little delirious. My kids woke me up really, really early this morning. So, but and saying that, this is also going to be dropping, close to Easter.
Yeah.
And so, and let me just say this, guys. First off, anatomically speaking, bunnies don't lay eggs. So, I hope we understand that Easter, first off, and if you celebrate by sharing eggs or whatever, or hiding eggs, that's cool. It's whatever, It's a very strange tradition when you think about it, but it is what it is. But we need to understand the real reason, very similar to Christmas,
it's the reason for the season.
Yeah, it's not just about, play, which is also a very strange tradition when you think about it. It's like no other time in the year do you ever think about, hey, I'm going to put a tree in my house and then decorate it. You know what I mean? It's a very strange thing. But it is what a lot of people do, and that's fine. But just remember what the reason for these holidays are.
Absolutely.
Right? Easter was to symbolic what in the Jewish culture believed to be the Passover lamb, right? The Passover was to be a celebration, or was to be something that they celebrate. I'm not going to go into detail and all that, but we need to, and for our Passover lamb, we know him to be Jesus Christ. right? And that was a lamb that the Bible said was dumb before its shears, right? Didn't open his mouth, didn't say anything, went to the cross of Calvary to die for the sins of mankind, right? And the reason for this Passover lamb every year was for the purpose of abolishing sin. Absolutely. Right, and so we understand that this abolishment of sin on their record before a righteous God, or before the righteous God, was having to take place every year. But when Jesus came, that eliminated that need for us to have a Passover lamb throughout the remaining of our years. We don't have to. We don't need a Passover lamb anymore because we have Jesus, And so He was the ultimate sacrifice, and He died for you, and He died for me. Whether you believe that or not is, it doesn't matter to the point that is being made, and that is that Jesus died for all of mankind. He died for you. He died for me. He died for the sins of the world, and it is paid off. It is paid in full.
Absolutely.
And the beauty of Easter was the fact that He didn't stay in that grave, but according to Scripture, that He rose again the third day. He stayed in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights, and we know that He rose again the third day, beating death in the grave for our behalf. And so now we have a wonderful, blessed Savior in Jesus Christ that has given us resurrection power, and He can offer that same to you. And so all you have to do is believe on Him. You have to confess your faults, that you are a sinner before a righteous God, but that He paid your sin in full. You turn to that person that paid your debt. You thank Him. You give Him your life. And the Bible says this, that you shall be saved. And that's the purpose. That is the point behind all of Easter, is this particular moment, the death, burial, resurrection of Jesus Christ. And the resurrection we have power. And I pray that you remember that as we celebrate this Easter coming up Sunday.
That's right.
But anyways, thank you guys so much. And I believe that's it. So if we don't have anything else, let's bow and let's end this thing in a word of prayer.
Amen.
Father God, thank you so much for today. Thank you for enabling us once again to be able to gather in podcast form, Lord, and be able to spend this opportunity to share good, clean content, some of it, that is, and that we're also able to lift you up in discussion, as well as in each and every listener's mind. Lord, they know that the gospel has been preached this morning, and they understand that there is a decision that needs to be made. And I pray that you help us understand the real meaning behind Easter, what it means to us, what it ultimately meant to you to send your Son to die for us. God, we ask that you just continue to be with all of our listeners, Lord, whatever they may be going through, Lord, that you help them out of each and every issue, each and every struggle, Lord, if it be your will. God, we love you and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for listening. And don't forget, follow us on Twitter at DragonsW Gaming.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace out.